connecting. Let's make sure the sound's good. Who's with us today?
Yeah, what's you hear the echo?
What?
The echo was crazy on the Twitch, but it wasn't on here. You in the frame? Sit down real quick. You good?
Yeah, I'm about to check, see. Make sure see what the white.
Yo, screw over, bro. You're not trying to dominate the frame, man.
Boom, 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 boom.
Look, you're not allowed to be here.
Let's see. Let's see what this sound like. That's better. That's better.
There's no echo.
That's better. Hey y'all. We got sound.
Yes,
sound working today.
Yes, sir. You already live, right?
Yeah, we're live. We got it.
Twitch, what up? We appreciate y'all fucking with us, man.
You know, Des is on here as always. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yo, send us an active topic. I mean, we have topics clearly, but send us an active topic. We didn't even go to the agenda yet.
The chat ain't loaded on here, but it's whatever.
It's alright.
I got it from my phone.
Yep, sound. Yep. Alright, cool. We got on this side too. Yep. Alright. Speak here.
Yeah, we're expecting Oak to just walk through the door in the next hour or so.
Just make sure you remember.
So.
Yep.
Alright, so what we got? It still feel like you got more space on that side.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you look like you don't belong here.
Yeah, you move over a little bit to the left. I'm moving a little bit to the left.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Look, you're allowed in the building now. You can sit at the
Alright, so we put the agenda together for Fresh Cut.
The comeback show.
The comeback show was going for a week.
It was like a week. That's the crazy part. Like, it feels like it was like 3 weeks.
Because so much shit happened. That's the crazy thing. So much shit happened. I don't know why the chat is not working, but whatever. Let me see. Let me test it. Testing. Alright, here's what I had. Some notes.
Yeah.
It's plenty of shit. We got a TV judge drama. You hear about any of that?
Which one?
About a TV judge assaulting Shirley Ralph by just tongue kissing her at a conference or something.
Oh,
okay.
And then, yeah, I think I heard a little bit of it, but I'll let you do that.
Alright, we got the water struggle of 2023.
That's funny.
Couple random opening questions. I want to talk about Swarm. You said you only watched 45 seconds of it, right?
I only watched the key 45 seconds.
I wonder which 45 seconds you watched, y'all. That's Swarm. Okay.
I watched the key 45 seconds.
I have this issue in here.
Let's see what I sent over there. Because I sent stuff to the pod.
We got 6ix9ine getting beat up in LA Fitness.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I also want to talk about physical exercising having little mental benefit.
Alright, we got a versus I want to talk through. I won't tell you who it is, but
okay.
It's a potential versus.
Okay with that.
Yeah, I got all these opening question ideas though. We'll go through it.
Alright.
And then stuff y'all sent throughout the week. Let's see. What we got. If you got any ideas you want us to talk about, let us know. Put it in the chat.
Oh, the 4-day work week. Yeah, I want to talk about that, Bill. That was a couple weeks ago. But
Okay.
That was a couple hours.
4-day work week. Russell Simmons going crazy in Bali.
Oh, the workout?
Yeah, that was he's wild, yo. That is some wild shit.
Would you do that?
I would do the workout, not the way he did that.
Nah.
He's a wild wolf.
Nah, I can't do that. Nah, that's crazy.
We really need visuals for that.
I'm about to say when we start editing this, we gotta start chopping video in.
Your boy Kanye back. Going crazy.
He never left.
Yeah, he left, right?
He never left.
The 33rd clone version was acting crazy.
Jesus.
What did you send?
You never saw House Party, did you?
It's on HBO Max.
I know that's what I'm saying. You ever watch House? No, because when you said that, it reminded me of Kid Cudi and the Illuminati House Party.
I am gonna watch it. 5-year deal, MLB, historic first CBA. Oh, minor league players. So
yeah, so you can stop.
Black China, she's a saved Christian woman now, apparently.
But she gave up her OnlyFans a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, she took out. I think she said she took out like 10 pounds of silicone.
Oh, everybody taking out their shit.
Alright.
Yeah, so you can take out your Botox now.
You said exercise. You were talking about that nut-ass Supreme clothing. Alright, cool.
Nut-ass Supreme?
Yeah, it's nutty. Alright.
Alright, we'll change this.
Why the chat still loaded?
I don't know.
See y'all there, though.
Alright, we good.
Alright, then. We're going to get started. Like I said, if y'all got anything y'all want to talk about, let us know.
Yeah. Don't call it a comeback.
Is that the title?
Nah. That can't be, though. I don't really care. I like that France may make influencers label retouch photos. That's fire to me. I actually really like that.
You should call everybody on their bullshit.
I really like that.
Alright.
And tipping in this country. Tips.
I fucking hate tipping.
Well, I mean, the culture's crazy since COVID.
No, they're getting very aggressive.
I mean, you be at like Starbucks, you bought your own shit, and they ask you for a tip to slide the shit across the counter. Alright, fuck is going on?
Let's see if I can do this and also take notes.
Alright, ready? Yiggity yo yo yo, what's going on? What's poppin'? What's live? We're back in the building. This is FreshCutz podcast. Here, live and direct, we will bring it to you set. What's going on? We got visuals. Clearly, we have audio in the booth here. This is your boy Pedro. I got Rudy here with me. We are waiting for the Naja boy to get back.
To clear customs.
Yeah, he's on his way. Yo, so we tried to do an international episode last week. Didn't work out so hot, but we're back. We're excited. We have a lot of topics for you guys and things like that. Man, how you feeling this week, man?
Good. It was a nice little week off to recharge and refresh and, come with some new energy. And a lot has happened in the week.
A lot happened. You say you took a mental health day last week.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for this episode not to be like 3 hours. Just as, I don't want the weird moment when, Oka walks through the door. Just force him to jump
Right,
on.
so I cut it short, right? Yeah, because he comes, he has to tell the whole spill. So, yeah, as we know, we were doing a little bit of traveling last week, and of course, but we missed you guys. We're happy to be back here, of course, on the FreshCutz podcast. Fresh off the shape up every week at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you already know, to join us on the IG Live. For those of you that hopped on, we appreciate y'all. If you haven't checked us out, please come check us out. And we're good in every time zone. I'm going to say clearly, in London time it was 1:30, but look, if you follow us, hop on. It's good in Nigeria time. You got a country road shout out? Anybody?
Well, no, my trip is coming up, so I'll be going to Italy for about...
you better be 6 hours ahead, 7 hours ahead.
Yeah, I was doing the time. It was very similar. Because you and him really weren't... Y'all had like an hour difference. And so y'all were cool, based on where I think he went.
we were close to the same hours, but we were about 4 hours ahead. I think he was maybe 4. He was either 4 or 5. I was 4.
Oh, yeah, you were 4, he was 5. Yeah, I still got it in my phone.
Oh, you put
yeah.
Put it in his phone.
Yeah, so it was 4 hours for him and 3 for you?
Well, no, it was 4 for him, then it was 4 for... Yeah, we were in the same time zone. Yeah, so we were good.
Yeah, because then, see, I'm trying to get used... I gotta get used to Italy time as my trip comes closer.
When you going to Italy?
The end of May.
Okay, so we got some time, but we gonna catch it with the people, man. We appreciate y'all. We, supporting us everywhere now. Of course, you can catch us on YouTube, Twitch, of course, everywhere you listen to podcasts, of course, like that. We'll go over at the end. But yeah, man, I would say we feel good. I'm glad to be back. You gotta tell a story about your trip. You gotta give some little anecdote. What's the point of going if you can't come back and share your experience with the world? So I went. So where'd you go? What you do? Why? Who? What? When? Where? Why? Fair. All right, it's cool. Practice non-alcoholic beer. There we go. Yeah, but you can't show the sponsorship though. we don't get paid by them yet. So I went with one of my line brothers, Sensi, for his birthday. Shout out Will. We went to London. We've never been to London before. Literally spun a dial, picked a city, flew out. It was cool. The food was mid. Weather was kind of trash, I'm not going to lie. But it was a good experience. We went to a soccer game. We ended up at a Chris Brown concert. Oh, that's my story. We went to a Chris Brown concert, ended up on floor tickets, and we only bought one floor ticket. So, long story short, met a nice guard out there. He's for the culture. And I guess he liked American accents. I don't know what to tell you. I said, hey, look, my man doesn't have a ticket. I have one. What can we do? He asked me for a Rolex.
What can we do? Rephrase that.
No. Hold on. Pause. But basically, he was like, yo, you got a Rolex? I said, no. He was like, are you a sneaker guy? Because he looked at my feet. I said, I have a connect when I get back to America. I got you.
So you gave him the sneakers off your feet?
No, never for that. But at the end of the day, though, it was kind of cool because he was like, you know what? Just tell him to come by, get the nod, and go ahead from there. The significance of going to over there, though, because as y'all know, I'm a Chris Brown fan. So I went to the tour in America. He hadn't been to London in 9 years. They banned him since the Rihanna thing.
Oh.
So with all that, he couldn't go over there. So his European tour, he switched up the tour a little bit from what was in America last year. His concert went over 2 hours. Like he did over 2 hours of music. It was fire. It was a good experience. I would definitely, if you ever have an opportunity to see, somebody in another country, it's a different vibe. Like it's a different culture. It's a different people. Things like that. So check it out. So it was cool. We went to a soccer game, as I said beforehand.
Football.
To see like the real chants in real life, people like the cheering. That was kind of dope.
Did you go to like the pre-match fight in the streets?
No, we skipped that. But
That sounds like a fun thing
the stadium store though was like a nightclub. Like it was like they had DJ pumping the music. It was lit. It was live. A lot of people were in there. A lot of good merch and things like that. So we picked up some things.
Okay.
Saw the palace. Waves to the king.
That's Queens did, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's not go down that road. But more importantly though, it was a good trip. I would definitely tell. If I just rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. Without weather permitting, I would say it was definitely.
That is the weather.
I would say definitely 7.5, 8. So I would say definitely go.
How much would you rate it without Chris Brown?
No, I'm saying London. I'm saying no. I wasn't saying the trip. The trip was dope, but.
So you said the food sucks, the weather sucks, but
the food is mid.
But you would give it a 7 out of 10.
The food is not great. The reason why is because it's a different culture. Like it's kind of cool. Like you can see little parts of America affecting it, but it's still very much itself. Okay. We went to like Caribbean parties, things like that. So a lot of that is very live, first generation people from the Caribbean, things like that live there. So that was kind of cool. But people were cool. But it was different culture, different vibe. I would go back. So that was definitely it has to be over a 5 if you would go back. If it was a 4, we won't ever have to see that shit again. Okay. The weather's a little rough, but I'm saying that the food though, I'm a foodie, so they definitely got docked at least a full point for the food, and things like that. So that was cool. So
okay, fun trip.
Yeah. Well, when you go to Italy, man, you gotta let us know. You gotta let us know. Buongiorno. You know what I mean?
Well, clearly that's gonna be a food trip. So
all you doing is eating.
Pretty much.
That's what's up. What's your favorite country you've been to so far in your life?
Favorite country that I've been to? I like Jamaica.
Okay.
It's so simple.
Okay.
Food's great. Weather's great. People are nice. Like, what else could you really ask for in a trip? Like, they don't.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good list. That's pretty good list.
Like, you don't have and then historical is all about context, right? Because they have history there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the Colosseums of Rome or the Big Ben.
You're going to see the Colosseums like that, or
no?
I mean, there's different parts of Italy. I know.
We're gonna go see the Vatican. We're gonna go see the Colosseum. We're gonna go do the little boat ride in Venice. Do all the tourist stuff.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
If they have water, apparently there's a freaking a water issue.
Well, we gonna talk about water problems. Water problems seems to be a worldwide thing right now. You know what I mean?
But yeah, but as far as a trip, if you really want to go somewhere to enjoy, you want to be able to eat, like you said, relax, and good weather. I'm not trying to go somewhere where it's fucking cloudy and.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. The weather was very much like Seattle, but it was also literally the weather that we had in Philadelphia last week, where it was kind of cold.
See, I don't mind that though.
No, 40s, 50s, cloudy, a little bit of sun, but it kind of rained.
But that's the thing.
That was the weather. I mean, again, I'm not blaming them for that weather. That was the weather of the time.
But I don't mind.
So the weather was kind of.
If I leave Philly and it's rainy, I don't mind going somewhere that's rainy. If I leave Philly and it's 90 degrees and hot, and I go to a place where it's cold and rainy, that sucks. That's my wife has that rule. If we go anywhere cold, it has to be cold here. I'm not leaving warm place to go to a cold place.
Oh, so you don't escape the weather you currently have.
Yeah, I'll go to equal weather or better weather if I'm paying to go somewhere. I'm not going to the worst weather. So if I ever go to London, I already know about the weather sucks. So it would be during a sucky weather season, which kind of now is a sucky weather season. It just so happens.
I mean, now we went for a birthday, so clearly I can't pick the season or time.
Y'all need to do a better job of having random places. It's got to be random within a certain context.
Yeah, true.
Temperature for y'all single women. Nobody wants to see women running around in ponchos on a birthday trip.
Yeah, what I'm saying, but I mean, everything can't be, everybody can't be the beach carnival,
Why not?
Soca jump off.
Y'all should have went to Toronto for all that.
That's summertime. I mean, what's up? You know what I mean? So we will do that, man. So I mean, we appreciate that. Of course, we always start the show with a thought provoking question, however, something to get the people going. So I heard you have a question, sir.
Yo, I have like 3 questions, and this is
Look, we got a full podcast.
And
So
I'm gonna take meticulous notes so we can clip this out these little 15 seconds. Yeah, there was a lot of big questions that came up on like TikTok, Twitter.
It was a busy week. Yeah, it was
so
definitely busy. It was a busy couple weeks.
And I just wrote them down. One, the funniest one, by far the funniest one.
Okay.
Soulja Boy. I don't know if you remember who that guy is.
I heard.
He had quite the run of ringtones.
He had the greatest selling ringtone of all time.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yes.
You know, not a great rap career, but he had a great career. I give him his credit.
People discredit his rap career, but he made a lot of money off it.
Well, let me.
A lot. Dude, there was a lot of money
He's
made.
rich. He's a rich man. He's a rich man based on those catchy tunes.
Did you get you some bathing suits?
I can afford. No.
They're the same price to this day.
That's
They're the same price.
interesting.
They're still
I don't know. That's good or bad.
$200.
Here's the thing now.
Yeah.
So in our current day, Soulja Boy went on the internet and was very upset with fans because apparently he presented an option where, similar to Jay-Z, you could have what, like $1 million or dinner with Jay-Z, and people would choose.
Yeah.
Oh no. With Soulja Boy, you could have dinner with him or $250 food stamps. And everybody chose food stamps.
Yo.
And he was very upset about this. He called us broke. That's why we broke now.
Now look. Let's be fair.
What are you choosing?
I don't think they asked the most affluent people that question. Let's be honest. Now, also, affluency does not mean they know who this nigga is. Let's keep it a buck. $250 in food stamps or a dinner with Soulja Boy. That one is easy. Absolutely taking the dinner with Soulja Boy because there's no way I don't get at least $250 out of that. The dinner may be at least $250. I would at least get the value and maybe a contact point.
How do you know he's not like gonna ask you to split the bill after dinner, bro? Like I can't. All right, maybe if you guarantee that he paid for the dinner, I can run up $250.
I don't even know if I would care about that. Because the thing is, you can control what you eat.
You can't pick his brain on ringtones, and you like, what are you gonna get from him?
No, but you're talking to somebody who broke into an unforeseen, like YouTube. YouTube music videos was not a thing to that magnitude until Soulja Boy told him. Let's
what has he done lately? He tried to create a video game system. I remember that.
I mean, but he's trying to play. Create a video game system. Has done multiple entrepreneurial things. He's somehow finessed a verses. Like you had to be relevant enough to get a verses out of stuff.
So you're choosing dinner with Soulja Boy
over $250 in food stamps. How about you?
I'm taking the money. What the food stamps?
You taking the food stamps?
I'm taking the food stamps.
$250 in food, but $250 in food stamps isn't even $250.
No, it is because it's actually food costs money. It's real money.
Yeah, but you can't buy everything.
I can
food
buy
stamps.
everything.
There's limits on what you can get.
I'll buy 10 cartons of eggs. Call it a day. And it's maybe a steak. I might be able to.
So you're saying you would not get $250 of food stamps of knowledge out of Soulja Boy?
No, I would not get any knowledge out of Soulja Boy.
That may be the generation game. There's no way he can't put me onto a business venture, a possibility, a different way to think.
Put you on the freaking Klarna or what was that joint called? Forex, something like that.
What did he just give you $500 for showing up?
That's an assumption. I can't. I got $250 guaranteed. Right
here.
No,
$250 in food. Yo, it's not $250 cash.
It's food stamps. I can spend the food. Food costs money.
You can't even sell $250 food stamps for $250.
Bro, maybe 10 years ago, I would have a hard time spending $250 because I don't even know like what to buy. You can spend $250 in the blink of an eye in a supermarket now.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm gonna spend that. That's
not even gonna go that far. That's one trip.
Yo, $250. And what did he say?
He said $250 in food stamps for dinner with Soulja Boy.
No, I'm trying to see his response because he was really mad about
he was mad as shit. I mean, but I would be mad as shit too.
Yeah, that's a fucking.
You gotta say, if I offered somebody dinner to pick my brain and be able to get business advice and things like that. And again, I'm not saying I'm Soulja Boy in any way, shape, or form. But I mean, and then somebody said, "Nah, I'm cool with the $250," which I mean, in real life, it's like $100. It's like $100, isn't it?
Bro,
it's like $100 cash.
Bro, we about to play this. Oh, this is the great thing. We can do this because it's not copyright. Listen to his response, yo.
Soulja Boy goes off on fans for choosing $250 food.
Now, mind you, in this video, he's showing off a probably about 1.2 mil in cash.
Please smash that like button.
I don't know who this guy is talking
to post more.
Alright, here you go.
Yeah, I'm
not
here.
$50 food stamps or dinner with Soulja Boy. Food stamps. Food stamps for the food. $250 food food stamps. 250 in food stamps. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the food stamps only because Soulja Boy's not nobody. I can have dinner by myself.
But you gotta understand the generation.
Food stamps.
They sound like our generation.
No, hell no. They're way younger than us. That's nasty work.
I just want to hear his response. Yeah.
I'm taking food stamps. Fuck that nigga. Who is that? She 50 in food
All right.
stamps.
You gotta know that they're like 20.
Oh, you're younger.
Alright, 250 the food stamp. Food stamps. Soulja Boy, like, he's not even relevant no more. Like, come on.
She know who he is? Hold on.
Who got a problem with it? Fuck you talking about? Y'all nigga got me fucked up. Well, y'all bitch ass nigga better stop playing with my name. Nigga, I ain't never come to y'all city.
He's so mad.
Y'all got me fucked up, nigga. I knew something was on, so he said he gonna come blow New Jersey up.
You want to blow it?
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, he's so mad.
Right, so I mean, basically, Soulja Boy goes on like a little bit of a rant. I mean, you gotta play the rest of it.
No,
Come here.
if he shows up to the dinner with all that money, I might go then because I'm around.
But you gotta say he carries cash.
All right.
All right,
I like the new piece of
I need y'all to understand something. Soulja Boy is not relevant to people that were born after
Bro,
99.
all right, who will be the Soulja Boy of us? Who was like
Of
a
us?
No,
Who's Soulja Boy?
Who was like a '90s poppin' R&B singer or rapper that really isn't relevant in the 2000s?
Pick a bad boy, any bad boy.
Exactly. So would you take
Loon,
$250?
Mace.
So would you sit down with Loon or get $250?
I said that with Mace.
I didn't say Mace. I said Loon.
Yeah.
I didn't say Mace.
Yeah, you was your opinion with that. You know what I'm saying? But
Even with Mace, you was why would you sit down with Mace?
Mace on tour right now.
What are you going to get from Mace?
Mace on tour right
Bro, is he
now.
gonna give you tickets to the show?
Yes, I hope.
You hope.
Leah Force Center, what's up?
I'm taking it to 50. Let us know. What
Yo,
y'all
Mace, if you hear this, what's up? Legend of the street, we know you're a legend of the street. What's up?
All right, so that was one question. So you're sitting on Soulja Boy.
Wait, you would take $250
I'm
in food
taking
stamps over a
the
conversation with Soulja Boy?
I'll take the $250 in food
He's
stamps.
still a millionaire.
I've met millionaires before. I didn't get no money from that.
Well,
You've met millionaires before. Did they give you any money just for being around them?
Well, you didn't go to dinner with them.
I've been to dinner with millionaires.
What millionaire you sit down
The
with?
Benzwangers. They own half the real estate
I
in
don't even know what the
Philadelphia.
fuck you
Exactly.
said.
Whenever you go downtown, you're gonna see 4 red squares. It's gonna say Benzwangers. I said I get no money from that.
You didn't ask for it.
You're right. I didn't ask. But I asked Soulja Boy, fuck out of here. I'm taking the.
All right, well, text him right now and tell him you got
I'm taking the
podcast.
food stamps, and I won't even use the cash. I mean the stuff on food. I'll flip it for $200 cash.
No one's giving you $200.
Yes,
That's
they
$250.
will. Somebody do it.
I
They
give
get
you-
it
I'll give you like
You don't do
$150.
it. You tripping?
$150?
That's not a good deal. Why would I do that?
Because it's not straight cash.
It is cash. You're about to go spend it. You're about to go spend it.
Yo. Food stamps are not straight
Bro,
cash.
people get over.
$200 of food stamps, $250 for food stamps for $200 is not a good deal.
That is a great deal. I'm saving $50.
But that's not a real fit.
It is a real 50.
You're saving like
I'm
20.
getting 50. No, you're saving $50 because you're gonna go to the store and spend $50.
You
anyway.
understand they changed the laws. You can't buy everything like that.
You can buy all the basic stuff. They didn't change the laws in Philly. That shit's the same.
Yo, you understand? They used to sell like that shit to like half the dollar. They used to be like 500 for
They do that
$250.
because those people were desperate and they had way more money than they needed to buy groceries.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, if you have an excess, right? I know people that was getting like $800 in food stamps. They wasn't spending that much money.
Hell no.
So that's why they was
So you
selling
sell
for
50 cents of a dollar.
exactly because you're still coming up. But if you only got $250, I'm not giving away $100 just because you gonna go spend the money.
Somebody give you a bean for that.
No, I'm not doing it.
A bean and a half.
No, I'm not doing it.
200. I'm just going to the grocery
I'm
store.
not doing it.
If I spend 200 for 250, I'm going to the grocery store.
Look, if you got $250 and you want to take $200, let me know.
You got a guy.
I'll pick up. No, I need it. I'll come pick it up. I'll deliver it. Everything. Whatever you gotta do. All right. The second big question. The week, literally the day y'all left, yo.
Yeah.
Do you think you could throw 10 yards in an NFL game and not just throw it up and somebody catch it? Like you run an actual play and complete a pass for 10 yards. Do you think you can do that?
Yeah.
Why do you think you could do that?
A 10-yard pass?
10-yard pass. Why do you think?
No, wait. Wait,
So receiver, a good
so
receiver.
me at quarterback, but I'm with NFL professionals.
Yes.
I said I get the ball 10 yards?
Yes.
I can do that.
Well, all right. So let's walk through this. You're going to hike the ball. Right? How much time do you think it's going to take you to drop back? Like, let's say 5 steps. I'll give you 3 because 3 steps is all you need for a 10-yard
A
pass.
second and a half?
You think it's going to take you a second and a half to do 3 steps?
Bro, you understand.
Read the defense, or you already going to pick out the receiver? You already know where you're going with this.
No. First of all, I know 2 options in a throwaway. If that nigga ain't open, and I'm doing it like Madden, like I'm rolling out every play. I'm not standing still.
So you gonna roll out. So all right. So you got first of all, you going to what are you? You what about 5'9", 5'10"?
I'm 5'8".
You're 5'8".
Yeah.
How are you gonna see over the 6'6" lineman?
That's why I'm rolling out.
Okay, so now you're gonna roll out.
You understand?
All right.
You understand?
You know how long it takes to roll out? At least about 4 or 5 seconds.
If you think for 1 second that they throw me an NFL play, my feet would not be moving the entire
Bro,
play.
I'll tell you why it's
I'll
even
be
worse.
chopping-
I'm telling you
chopping
why
your
it's
ass.
even worse. Because after 2 steps, you gonna have Mike Parsons bearing down on you.
If the 2 ain't there, you throw it away.
All right, that's not 10 yards.
You know, I only get 1
How many plays you want? All right,
It's a first down.
Are you get 4? Are you get
How
4?
many downs do you think it's
Are you
first down in real life?
You get 4. You get 4. Man.
Alright, so one drill I can scramble for like 2, right? I can scramble for 2. I can figure it out. Then one drill hit check down. One play I gotta complete a real pass. But I'm saying, I can scramble for 2. If I tuck and go behind the line, I can get 2. If I do nothing,
Bro, what are you going to do with a 300-pound, 6'6" lineman? First of all, let's say they touch you the first play. No, you get up after that?
I mean, you have to.
You think you can survive a hit?
Yeah.
From who's the smallest nigga out there? Avante Maddox.
But you understand that, like I'm not 100 pounds. Like, I mean, yes, the hit's gonna hurt. No, I didn't say hit after hit after hit. But I'm like, all right, you have pads on, you get popped. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna get back up, figure it out.
You think you're going to get back up after taking a hit?
Every quarterback's not 280.
So
There's a lot of quarterbacks that are my weight.
Bro.
And maybe a little taller, but they're my weight.
And Kyler Murray's probably the closest one to your height and size.
Yeah,
And he get injured every fucking play.
not every play. But his feet don't never stop though.
And nigga,
His feet don't never stop.
and yeah, he run like a 4.3 and running for his fucking life. For a fucking reason.
I don't run a 4.3, but look, you gotta get rid of it.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I don't unless it was just literally
You think you get 10 yards?
only if I had the stipulation that I can just hike, throw it to the left, just throw it 10 yards. Like
That's what I'm
hike,
saying.
go, hike,
But that's
go.
what I'm saying.
Like
You have
we're-
a play. Like, it's immediate hook, button hook.
AJ Brown did a 3-yard slant.
But it's 1, 2, 3, hung, shoot.
But all right, I don't even think I have the arm strength for the shit. I can
You
get
can throw 10
picked off.
yards.
No, I can throw 10 yards, but can I throw 10 yards fast enough?
No, accurate enough.
Fuck accurate. I can throw to a spot. I can throw to a spot.
I'm talking about inside, outside, like technical, because that's a quick pass.
I can do a quick pass to a spot. I don't think I can throw it fast enough that fucking Darius Slade is going to pick that shit off. Especially knowing I only got 1 second before I got to throw the ball. They going to be playing press coverage. Automatically. You're not beating press coverage.
They gonna violate.
I think the whole point of this was, niggas, y'all are wild if y'all think, not you specifically, but some people was like, yeah, throw 100 yards, fuck out of here.
No.
If you get hit one time by any of these players, it's a wrap. You're done. Number 1, you're done. You're done.
It's gonna take some getting used to. I remember.
Getting used to?
No, you gotta understand. All right, the first tackle of your life is the craziest tackle of your life. You play football, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you play football. You remember your first tackle?
I don't remember my first tackle. I remember my first hard tackle. Like, the first time I got the shit hit out of me.
All right, bet.
I remember that.
All right, what happened? What position did you play?
So, in this particular play,
Yeah.
I was a punt returner.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have played high school football. They're not good at blocking in high school.
They also don't care about.
Especially in my high school, which was mostly white people. It was a punt return. I remember. Caught the ball. No fair catch. I was going to run this shit back. I looked. By the time I caught the ball and looked onto the field, like forward, there was
Alright.
6 people in front of me.
That's bad math.
6 people in front of me.
You should lay down.
I don't remember what happened next,
You gotta know to go down.
but I remember waking up. I was only out for a brief second.
Why does your story sound like mine?
I remember waking up and just like snot running down my nose. And me just be like, I'm never returning fucking punts ever again. And then like briefly I remember saying, like, oh yeah, don't take a nap on the bus ride back to school. Like what?
Yeah, that was concussion protocol at the time. You know what's funny? That reminds me. So I played in middle school, and I remember I returned a kick. It was a kickoff. Clearly, no one in the 8th grade or 6th grade is a crazy kicker. The ball goes to me. I pick it up, start running, and I wake up on the field. And somebody said I got cracked real bad. And I was like, all right, cool. Now, luckily, I played defense most of the time. So I was on the hands team. The hands team, you were supposed to just really just kind of catch the ball and kind of lay down. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick the ball up and run. The ball went straight to me. I wake up, I was okay. I could tell you what the date was. I could tell you who the president was and everything. Play defense. It was all right.
Yo, I remember, and because of that specifically, that's why I always played receiver and cornerback after that. Because those are the ones...
I played cornerback and linebacker.
Well, linebacker, you're wild for that. Receiver and cornerback, I knew I could play close to the sideline and get out of bounds as quick as possible if I ever had the ball. Also, a big thing that happens in high school football and even middle school, it's a lot of fumbles. Right? People fumble, it's not good ball security. I led the league in fumble recoveries. But you know why? Because I saw the ball and got it and laid the fuck down. It was no...
He played dead immediately.
I took Nick.
He had zero recovery.
I'm not getting hit.
Zero recovery.
Like because there's no like train like protecting you to run it back like in the NFL. It's not realistic in high school football. Like it's like you're going to get smacked by 30 people. So I wasn't doing that shit. I play receiver, court the ball. I'm running as fast as I can. When I see a safety bearing down, linebacker, I'm running out of bounds.
He only ran out.
Cornerback, I'm going for the pick every time. That's it. I'm getting the pick, or are you scoring? What's up? I'm not doing that violent stuff no more.
He said, I'm not tackling shit. Like it's either a pick or a full blown touchdown, like 80 yards on him. Yeah.
I'll do the little like if one of my teammates was standing somebody up, I'll get you then. Like that was cool. I'm not initiating team tackle because they always cheated back then. They would always just have the fattest dude at running back.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like I'm not tackling no freaking 200 pounds. I was probably 5'1" at the time.
Yeah. No, yeah, no. When I was in 8th grade, I was probably about 5'3", 5'4", about
not doing
110.
It. Not doing it.
Maybe.
Not doing it. All right.
I mean, so who was out there trying to see if they could get the 10? Was it people were just asking like regular people or like how that worked?
It was so the crazy thing was it was a video.
Yeah.
The Bull had on a Chiefs jersey and a Cowboys hat.
Hate that for him.
And was convinced that he could get 10 yards by throwing the ball in an NFL game. And all the NFL players, like, they explained pretty well. Like, one, how do you think you're going to even read a play, like, in an NFL game?
Yeah.
To even know where to throw the fucking ball to in the first place. That's number one.
Well, I hope they would tell you to play before you got out there.
Oh, so they're going to tell you, yo, I'm be, like, everybody going to say I'm open?
Well, nah, but I'm saying, like, all right, you say you run play X. I hope that they would show you where people will be, how it.
All right, how you going to read the defense now?
You can't.
So
you can't. You can't do that.
Niggas can't read Madden defenses, but they're going to read the NFL defense, right?
Well, so what I'm saying is you call play X and you like, look, you look to the right, is the man open? No. Look to the left, is the man open? No. Throw that shit away.
And that's what I'm saying, just being realistic.
Yeah.
I can't throw it fast enough. I'm already short, so I gotta put a little arc on it, so now it's gonna be even slower, because I gotta get over the fucking 6'6" lineman, right? Because I'm not risking my life. I'm not risking my life by rolling out. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting hit by fucking Hassan Reddick and dying. It's not worth that to me to prove that I can throw 10 yards. It's gonna be 1, 2, and just pray. I got 4 shots.
But I mean, you just call it where you throw it to a spot. 1, 2, 3, throw it to a spot.
You know, better yet, I'm throwing it to a tight end. I'm throwing it to our 6'8" tight end. I'm just throwing it up, jump ball. Fight him for it. Fight him for the ball.
And y'all don't know.
That's it. You can't get that. Alright. The last one's also kind of sports related.
Funny. So we gotta get to some topics, right?
No, alright, funny enough though. We got 30 minutes in. Yo. Alright. Did you know that if there was a worldwide tournament, like Mortal Kombat style,
Jesus. Okay.
and everybody had to fight. You know, fight to the death, but you got to win the fight.
Okay.
You would only have to win 33 fights to be the world champion. If all 8 billion people fought, you would only have to win 33 fights.
Okay.
To be world champ.
33 fights.
33 fights. Assuming that you would probably get a combination of women and children as part of your 33.
Men, women, each other.
Yeah, you would get men, women, and children. You might get lucky and get all kids up into the finals. You never know.
And violent.
How far do you think you would make it? And it's like I would say like an MMA. Like, you can kick, you can punch, you can wrestle, you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You just got to win the fight, knock them out, or you got to tap out. How far do you think you're making it?
You know what's crazy?
And it's 30.
If you had to bet on 8 billion people and you pulled out 33,
just random.
I like my odds.
You got to be 33.
But I like my odds.
Let's look at this.
That includes people younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say
older,
men. Let's just say men. That includes children.
Mm-hmm.
That includes males that maybe may not lift as much as me or be as strong as me. That includes men that are significantly older than me, stupid old.
Yep.
Includes again the same way as children, old men, old women.
Some dwarfs in there.
I don't know. I mean, they get that dwarf strength. I don't know nothing about that. But I'm saying, like, I'm liking my odds.
Think how far do you think you're gonna get?
I mean, at least 15.
15 rounds.
I like my odds on 15 because what are the odds that you pull number 2 and it's like
LeBron James,
Mr. Universe? like what are the odds? And also, when you have somebody like that, remember you can fight, kick, punch, grapple. So I mean, even if it's some big ass dude,
real Hunger Game shit. That's
what I'm saying. So you know, it's some crazy ass like strong dude. You can kind of do different things with speed, leverage. Speed and strength. That way, I have a decent. We have a decent balance on. I would say. I like my odds. Somebody old, wash them as fast as you can. Somebody who's weak, you're younger, you whatever, wash them as fast as you can. But then the other ones, you know, you got your little strategic, you know, little David versus Goliath. You'll be all right.
All right, half of that number is women, automatically.
There's women that lift.
What that got to do with fighting?
There's women that could put you down.
I don't really think so.
They can put you down.
What woman you know that can beat you up?
UFC. All of them. Ronda Rousey in her heyday, I wouldn't bet on
Why do you think that? Why do you think that Ronda Rousey can beat you up? Because she know how to grapple a little bit?
Because she's a trained killer.
Bro.
She's a trained assassin. Yeah, you gotta understand too.
Hold on. You get a month of training. You get a month of training for the tournament.
But chill though. You gotta think of like Navy SEALs and shit. They're trained in whipping ass.
I don't know, man.
So I'm taking that into account. I'm taking people that, you know, all the secret militaries of all the different countries. I'm thinking of the people.
You gonna run into Black Widow, nigga?
Yo, every country got one or 2 or 5.
All right, you get 4 weeks of training.
So I'm saying you spin out to the cage. She's 130 pounds, but she's been doing jujitsu since she was 3 years old. She's going to beat my ass.
I don't know.
She's a trained killer.
I still think there's something to say for
that
strength, just natural strength that overcomes all the skill in the world.
There are certain levels of that. There are certain levels of like I mean, you think in real life. There's a reason why heavyweight boxers don't fight featherweights.
Perfect example. No, who was the fighter? Tank. Tank was arguing with LaShawn McCoy, a retired NFL player.
Right.
LaShawn said, "You're out of your weight class. I will beat your ass." Like all that fighting
that's
don't
real
matter.
life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No. Because you punching and hitting somebody that's significantly larger than you and things like that. Like just science itself, like you lose a lot of energy and a lot of energy is dispersed amongst that person. Like if I went to go fight Tyson Fury right now, the guy who took out Deontay Wilder, first of all, he's a trained boxer, so I mean I have no chance in hell. But I'm just saying, like if I was just a regular dude on the street, the fact that he is 6'10" and 285 pounds, you're hitting a wall.
I'm breaking his kneecaps.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You gotta find different ways to navigate and violate. You can't stand up and be like, all right, I'm going to go ahead against Deontay Wilder and fight a fair one. No. Like,
you give me 4 weeks to prepare for this, I'm going at least 20 rounds.
Well, I mean, I said 15. I mean, in case I run into somebody's assassin. Somebody's country's assassin.
How many assassins? Again, like you said, it's all about Well,
How many countries are
that's
there?
what I'm saying. You wouldn't have to worry about
So
that.
you have 200 assassins at least. At
Yeah.
least 200. Well, how many countries are there? I can't remember off the top of my head. Every country has their A1 spy assassin. I'm just saying. I don't care what country it is.
I would like to fight somebody like that. Just
Then
to
you,
say.
then you have the other people that are just in decent shape. I've taken karate my whole life. I lift crazy. My grandfather taught me self like things like the skill sets I don't have.
Don't you want to just fight them one time though, just to see the difference?
Of course.
I'm just curious. Like,
Of course.
I would love to get in a boxing ring with like just a regular pro boxer or like a karate match. With,
You
like,
said a regular pro.
Like, I don't need
just
to fight,
regular.
I don't need to fight the best.
Nothing crazy, just
I don't-
regular.
Yeah, I don't need to fight the best. I just
sure.
want to fight somebody that's been training for like 8 years, like something like that, just to see the difference. Because I really feel like it's not that big of a difference. Like,
Yo, you know what's crazy? I think of things like that, but I think of like, what if you fought like a Floyd? Well, actually, he's closer to your weight range. I would never be in a fight with Floyd Mayweather.
why wouldn't you? I think you
Because-
beat Floyd Mayweather with
No.
Floyd's ass.
No, but he's 40 pounds lighter than me.
Exactly. That's why I think you would beat him.
But what I'm saying is because of the skill set that he has. I'm saying with
He's
a
gonna-
40-pound weight,
Bro,
would that make a difference?
What's going to happen?
I've never boxed in my
If
life.
you don't
He's
gotta
the greatest
box,
boxer
that's
of
your
all
problem.
time. One of the greatest
If you
boxers of all
fight
time.
Floyd, you don't box him. You run up on him. He's going do real quick. Get you 2 quick punches. You got to eat them punches,
He said, "Eat a punch."
bro. You got to eat. He don't knock you out, so you don't got to worry about that.
He don't knock out boxers.
You don't knock. You can take a hit. Everybody can take a hit. Like he's not a power.
You said that like that was
Bro,
like
you can take a couple. You just gotta survive 2 to 3 punches because he's gonna hit you 3 times before you get close to him. That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
Yo, the body shot might be crazy though.
He's gonna hit you.
The body shot might be
you-
crazy.
but you gotta eat it. You got so you walk in. You know you gotta cover that. Cover your ribs, the kidneys.
So you one time, bang, right across the jaw.
You'll be fine in the face. He's not gonna knock you out. 1, 2, and then just grab him. Once you grab him, you won. It's over. He can't do nothing. Don't try to box him. If you try to box him, you're gonna lose.
But you understand, like the weight, even if the weight is different, you can still have a different muscle mass. I mean, there's some strong cats. I'm just saying, like I wouldn't play myself just thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna go in here and violate.
Bro,
Just-
that's why when T.I. said I will beat you, like I really think T.I. will beat Floyd up. Like he said, this isn't boxing. Like this is a street. It's a street fight. It's different.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, there's no. I mean, I thought we were talking about like some kind of conformity of rules.
Oh no, no.
Oh, then I mean, just let me grab a brick off the street.
Well,
Just
no
start
weapon, no
Yeah, that's
weapons.
what I'm saying. I'm like, there's some conformity
It's no
of
rules,
like,
but it's no weapons. Like you don't get to bring like it's not Hunger Games. Where you get to bring like a bow and arrow and shit. Like y'all are in a fucking MMA in the octagon.
Yeah.
One of y'all, you gonna tap or you gonna be knocked out. That's how you leave in this tournament. And I think that if you were in a ring with Floyd, as long as you get him before he gets you,
yeah,
you'll be good.
I mean, it's one of the greatest boxers of all time. I can't just
Don't box him. Don't try to box him, man.
I can't bet on me betting on something he spent his entire life.
I would bet. Who's a boxer that weighs 100 pounds?
Nobody.
No, how much are
100?
Tank? How much Tank weigh?
140 something?
Oh no, all right, that's different.
Yeah, he's like 130, 140.
What's the featherweight weight?
No, you need super like bantamweight. Ain't that what the smallest John is?
I have no. I'm not. Really
I think bantamweight is like the smallest.
Oh yeah, featherweight is heavy. You said
Yeah.
bantamweight.
Yeah, BANTAM.
BAN. Bantam.
Yeah, that's lighter than that.
Oh, 112 weight.
That's what I'm saying. Like bantamweight is
who's a bantamweight boxer? Put me in that ring with that motherfucker. Let's go.
I mean, I like my odds there.
Well, you should, nigga. You probably got like 80 pounds on them.
But you're a professional boxer.
Bro, it's no difference. It's slight techniques to win a boxing match, not to win a fight. That's all I'm saying. Now,
true.
Your trained assassins are a little bit different. Like the only niggas that hit you 3 times in 2 spots and you can't feel your left leg.
Nah, he come out here and Lucy Loop up out from Charlie's Angels.
Yeah,
you're gonna get violated.
That's the shit I want.
Man, woman, and child.
I just want to see that in real life
violated.
because I've never seen that in real life.
See what?
Like a trained like killer like fight.
You never watch Ultimate Warrior on what was it, History Channel?
Yeah,
When he used to have like Navy SEAls versus like
I would like to see that.
Vikings and shit.
But that's why I think that I would make it to 20 because I think if you make it to 20, you don't have to really worry about trained killers until that point. So I can get by on like a regular person. I'll beat up some old people. toss a couple 12-year-olds around, but like yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like, look, at some point, I mean, you're gonna eventually run into a child, an older woman or man. Like you're going to run into people that you're going to wash in 33 rounds.
Or you could just get lucky. They be all in the same bracket. You don't gotta worry about them. Make it to the chip playing the 16 seed. I'll be cool with that. Alright, so we'll see. 30, but that's all you gotta do is win 33 fights to be the world.
Because everyone's simultaneously fighting, you're saying, basically.
Yeah. You go 8 billion, 4 billion, 2 billion, 1 billion, 500.
33 is a lot of fights.
Million.
That's still a lot of
I
fights.
mean, you get a little recovery time.
No, yeah, but what I'm saying, but 33, if you roll the dice on 33 people, because I mean, at first you would think, like, yeah, I got a pretty good odds of, getting a bunch of hospice motherfuckers.
Bro.
Something like that.
Think about what's the highest populated countries? China and India.
Yeah.
Have you ever met an Indian or Chinese person you were scared of?
No, not really.
Yeah. Now, Asians are very trained. They're very trained. So
but,
they will
but I've
surprise
never
you.
challenged someone to a calculated MMA duel.
I don't think I'd be scared.
People go crazy in the gates.
I don't think I would be scared if I walked into the ring and I saw that was my matchup. Now, if you walk in and I see some Igbo motherfuckers in here, like, I might be like, hold on, bro. Or a fucking Russian, a fucking 6'6" Russian.
Yo.
I'm good.
He's been over there boxing with bears for the last
I'm
12
good.
years.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Sure.
So, that'd be interesting. There should be some type of show like that. Just a random ass fight club. See how far you can make it. I'm not gonna fight fair. That's how I know I'm gonna win. It's not gonna be
Well,
no.
you'll be disqualified.
It's no. I just said no weapons. I'm telling you, look. Here's my. If I ever get in a fight, I'm telling you what I'm doing first. I'm punching somebody in the neck and kicking them in the balls. It's gonna happen so simultaneously. It's like bow, boom, boom. Fight's over.
Bow.
You can't do nothing else after that. You can't do nothing else. You can't breathe. You trying to. Your balls hurt. Like it's over with. And it works for women too. Kick them in the you'll be fine. It's shock value. All right. Like, because nobody expects that. Nobody expects to be punched in the fucking throat. Like that. Look, that's my strategy. Even do a little punch, like right in the Adam's apple. You can't breathe.
I mean, I guess it sounds like you have it all figured out.
How you going? Look, this is how I win fight. I never fought somebody fair in my life. Like, oh, let's square up, champ. Like, give me a fair one.
Fisticuffs.
Like, yeah. Like, what? Get the fuck out of here.
These
No.
guys are-
Fuck out of here. That's my tip. Don't fight fair. Neck, gentle area. Don't punch someone. Never punch somebody in the face. You're more likely to break your hand than to hurt them.
Really?
Yes. Don't ever punch somebody in the face, bro. Especially if you don't know how to punch. You got a bad form. People tuck their thumb in and shit. That's just stupid.
How the fuck would you tuck your thumb?
People do it. That's like, I don't know why they do it. That's what they can't fight. Soft areas. Neck, kidney shots, balls. You're good. That's how you win fights. You punch somebody in the face, your shit gonna hurt more. All that shit gonna do is swell up. Nothing.
So you see most movies when they punch somebody, they be like, ah.
Yeah, because that shit hurt. That's the problem. People watch too many movies
No, but that's realistic.
thinking they fucking John Wick and shit. Just go around punching niggas and they just are unconscious and shit.
Jean Glove in
All
here.
right, I guess we can start the show. Look, speaking about fighting, yo, one apiece, and it's on. It's on tape. It's on tape. Pete, it's on tape.
No.
Not very recently, Peter voiced his support of 6ix9ine, the rapper, by saying that he was still selling out shows and was rich. That's what you said. You said he was selling out shows. You said he was selling out
It's not
shows.
showing support, I'm speaking of facts.
You were saying like he was selling out shows
He
overseas.
headline tours
I don't remember him headlining any tour.
in Russia.
Well, apparently times are hard for 6ix9ine as he is working out at LA Fitness like us regular people.
Or maybe that was his local gym. Either one. I don't know.
There is no reason that should be anybody's local gym if you have lots of money.
What should your local gym be?
The one that costs that black people can't get into, probably one like that where you get they check. Are you sure you really a member here? Like that? Like, who do you know?
So you're saying a person of color cannot work out?
Yeah, like that's what I know. I made it to a gym where they gotta check my ID every time I go in. LA Fitness, I just kind of walk in sometimes. Like sometimes they check, sometimes they don't. That's not where millionaires or even very thousandaires should not.
A lot of people go to, I mean,
I'm saying millionaires should not work out at LA Fitness. I'm saying thousandaires really should not work out at LA Fitness. It's a nice gym, but it's a nice gym for us regular people that struggle to meet ends meet. Why was 6ix9ine? That's my first question for you. Why was 6ix9ine your favorite rapper working out in LA Fitness?
first of all, it's no one in my favorite rapper. Just for the record again, this man's trolling. I'm not quite sure why. I have no idea why he was in there.
Alone at that.
Couldn't tell you. He had went on a rant a couple days ago before then, talking fluently in Spanish since he to a security guard in I believe he was in Mexico. That was something about like, if anything ever happened to him, like who would care? Like nobody. Like he does so many good, nice things for people and does good things for his community. And like if anything ever happened to him, the first thing they would do is say, you know, kudos and congratulations. Like no one cares about him, no one's worried about him, and things like that. It was actually kind of like a sad but true narrative, essentially, where you can do all you want for the world, but the world will always not do all for you.
It's a false narrative, though, because that's not true, and those aren't his circumstances. He's in a situation he's in because of what he did, and ignoring that makes the whole conversation irrelevant. So, if you want to snitch, if you want to proclaim to be a gangster and then snitch on your fellow gang members, then you wouldn't be feeling that way. People would applaud you for the good work you do. But once you did that one thing, it's like Gunna. There's no coming back from that for Gunna. Something he can do.
I don't think Gunna's as bad as that, though.
I mean, he pretty much did the same thing. Well, no. Gunna, I think Gunna's worse. Because Gunna snitched on the person that saved him and the whole hood.
But a lot of people think that he may have told him to. Just get out. Because you're more useful on the outside than you are on the inside.
So then why would a young thug come out and clear that up? He could easily say that. He's already going to jail. So
I mean, Young Thug's not mad at him.
Yeah, but Young Thug knows the beatdown he's taking out here in the real world. If Young Thug could clear it up just by saying, "Hey, I told him to do that," that would make his life so much easier. So why would he?
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of people aren't asking a lot of questions. So,
but now 6ix9ine, at least I will say he snitched on fellow gang members that were using him and taking advantage of him.
Correct.
That's why I think what Gunna did was worse. But once we have all the facts, then I'll say that. But 6ix9ine, knowing he snitched on people, knowing that the whole world hates him, just in general, except for you apparently, the whole world hates him.
There's a lot of people that did
Every time something happens to 6ix9ine, people are like, "Did they get him yet? Did they get him yet?" Like everybody was so excited about the fact that this man got beat up, and it was a very. Let me explain this to you. Apparently, I don't know if you guys watch what's the show called, Power.
Yeah.
But it looks like Lorenzo. Lorenzo looking motherfucker. Saw 6ix9ine in LA Fitness, called up his homie who looks just like him, another bald-headed Spanish guy. Met him outside LA Fitness. He didn't check in. He didn't swipe no ID. He walked right on by, gave a little hidden nod to the person. They walked back to the sauna, right, which a lot of LA Fitnesses have, and proceeded to beat the shit out of 6ix9ine.
And you condone that.
And he had on Crocs too. The assaultee, the person that was doing the assault. He put those Crocs in sports mode and beat 6ix9ine. Yo, he turned them Crocs back. Yo, I'm talking about stomping, punch, and it wasn't like an assault where like he felt bad. Like it wasn't like a vicious beating. It was like a parent disciplining a child. Like he would like punch him.
Nah, he got hit pretty good.
No, he was getting hit hard, but it wasn't just like a savage, like, "Oh my God, stop hitting him." It was like, "Oh, damn, I was gonna hit," and like, "Don't do that, bow, bow, don't do that, kick." Like it was. Like,
it definitely wasn't a fair fight though.
It was. 6ix9ine is a smaller person.
If you wouldn't have a fair, so I don't understand if that was the deal. If you were such a tough guy, if you were trying to teach him a lesson, this and the third, why wouldn't you just go in there and have a fair fight?
He wasn't trying to prove that he was a tough guy.
You didn't hear the dialogue?
What did he say? I didn't hear the dialogue.
Alright, so when he was laying on the ground over 6ix9ine, like, yeah, you know, like the tough guy talk like, yeah, so you caught that shit, yeah, when I saw you, you know, that's what we do, raps, okay. Again,
so raps
okay.
Okay.
Okay, but you also beat him up with another person, and he's clearly protecting his vitals on the damn ground. So I mean, like, for example, like, if someone decided that they didn't like me, alright, and 3 people are beating my ass, you're not going to fight, you're going to do the best you can, but at the same time, you're going to protect yourself. So they're recording him on the ground, like,
at that point,
yeah, we got him, and literally he was like, yeah, we got him, this is what we do to rats out here, so why are we beating him up?
Because it was a fun activity.
That one nigga was big enough, I mean, that was the part that was kind of corny to me, like, I understand if you don't like the culture of ratting, of snitching, or cool. Look, do what you do. Again, I'm not in that lifestyle. I can't really speak on that. That's not something I relate to. But what I will say is, if you really got a problem, why don't you fight it fair?
Because he ain't.
Yo, that's next time right there. Yo, lock that door real quick. Yo, let's fight this fair.
It wasn't, but you fight fair.
Why are 3 grown ass huge adults jumping him?
Because you fight fair fights with people that you respect, right? If you don't like somebody or somebody,
why even talk to him?
Really, I don't know what
he didn't snitch on them. They're not in jail.
But they just got out. The one guy just got out of jail. He probably got snitched on.
Right, but it's one thing if it was like, oh yeah, he put me in jail. Okay, yeah, when you get out, beat his ass.
No, just in general. Like if you see a Sixers fan, you're not nice to them. You dislike them based on him being a Sixers fan.
But I'm not gonna beat his ass to the Sixers fan.
Depends if Boston loses in Game 7. Yeah, and your outlook might change. So.
That part to me, like, essentially jumping him was corny. Like, look, if you want to fight him, if you want to yell, if you want to talk shit,
snitching was corny too.
I mean, but you didn't snitch on that guy.
How you know? How you know it wasn't his cousin up in New York that he got snitched on him? And he been looking for this whole time.
Don't do crime.
Maybe they said
can't snitch on if you don't do illegal stuff.
You don't get jumped if you don't snitch on people doing illegal stuff.
Don't do
but
crime.
Anyway, 6ix9ine, he's been agitating people from Meek Mill to who else was the other person he was trying to get the jump him and then record that shit. It was corny shit that he deserved it. He deserved it. And I did not feel bad. It was like one of those people like you were like one day you know what's gonna happen and it finally caught him. So
I mean that's the thing too. Like you have people that have pushed the line for so long, and a lot of it. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of inflammatory
narratives. He's next. Academics is next.
I'm surprised nobody dragged his
because he stays with cops. He's
well,
smart.
He also does Twitch from his big
exactly. That man is smart. He's gonna talk shit. Stay in your protected home. He don't work out. He clearly don't work out. You just stay in your house, safe. If you're gonna have a career like 50 Cent, when he got shot, it was not a surprise. He
was surprised.
He was surprised.
He was not waiting to be shot.
Well, he knew he deserved that shit. Like when you act like that, you deserve it. Well, you shouldn't be surprised. Not saying you deserve anything, but you shouldn't be surprised when that happens. And that's all I'm saying. 6ix9ine should have been ready. He should not have gone anywhere without security.
Not at all.
Number 1. He shouldn't be around the general public. Number 2. He should be in some compound in, where's he from, Mexico?
Yeah.
In Mexico.
I mean, he's from New York, but he has a Mexican heritage.
Yeah, I would not be, you wouldn't find me. If I was known for being a shit talker, like, for real, no. You're not catching me by myself. But it was fun. And I'm glad he wasn't seriously injured or anything like that, but he deserves whatever he reads, man.
I mean, it's just like the fact that someone jumped. I mean,
You just don't like, if it was just one person, you'd be fine with that.
I feel better about it.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, but there was also like flaunting the fact that I'm like, all right, well, y'all flaunting the fact that y'all jumped. So like, that's me going, yeah, we really got that, but like, us beating up somebody half our size.
It's not about beating him up. It's about the message behind it. It's not the fact that they're not going, oh yeah, I beat 6ix9ine up like it was a tough thing to do. No, it's I did it. Everybody's been trying to do it. I was the one that did it. Like it wasn't tough. That guy wasn't even sweating. The guy didn't even take his shirt off. Like it was, and it was in Crocs. Like it wasn't about the physical.
The amount of effort put forth to beat your ass was minimal.
Yeah, it was just that the hood needed it, and the hood got it. That's all. Talking about crazy.
Well, I was about to say, there's new research that actually, we were talking about physical exercise. People actually do work out in the gym. They don't always just fight in the locker room. There's actually, physical exercises had very little mental benefit. So we were talking a couple weeks ago, talking about like different things that we do to kind of wind down, to get ourselves together, and sometimes it's going to the gym. But studies have shown analyzing data from over 100 individual trials, including more than 11,000 healthy participants, found inconclusive evidence that physical exercise improves cognitive ability. So I mean, what do you think it is that essentially helps people to have a clear mind in the gym?
There's no way that's true. There's absolutely no way that's true. Like, just based on like personal evidence and just years and years and years of people being alive, like working out has to have. It can't just be a what's that pill called? The sugar pill? Not sugar pill.
A placebo?
Placebo. It don't just have the placebo effect. Like people don't just think it so it happens. Like that should actually. There's like biological things that help with people's mental by working out. So I don't know who.
Well,
Elon Musk?
they said had little mental benefit. I'm not saying I don't think the study's even completely done. Other studies have found that physical exercise had a significant benefit when the initial mental performance of the experimental group was lower than that of the control group. So they're saying like if certain people in a certain like emotional status declination, since that working out did help them out, but essentially the normal regular person are saying.
Yeah, I mean that type of study. Here's my scientist hat. There's way too many variables that you can't measure in order to get be able to make an actual statement related to that. Because we don't even know what mental health is, number one. So how can you measure it? All right.
Yeah.
So
and it's relative. So.
Yeah, it's relative to each person. You can't measure that stuff. So again, it's just back to personal. But everybody knows that working out helps with stress. Everybody knows that working out helps you focus and not think about serious shit when you're in that moment. So even if it's just a 30-minute, hour, however long you work out reprieve, it's helping your mental health because you're not stressing out over other stuff. So
that makes sense. I mean, because it's essentially a healthy distraction.
Yeah, at the minimum, it's a distraction. It's a healthy distraction.
Oh yeah, true. At the minimum, yeah, because also I would say that it helps with your cardiovascular health and things like that. So it's something that makes sense.
Cardiovascular, your physical health, like yeah. That's why you gotta be careful with stats in general, but any type of study, you just gotta look at what the source is and what they're trying to push.
Well, right, of course.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because you don't want people to like stop working out or not try to work out in order to help their mental health. So and you have shit like what happened in Nashville, Tennessee. Unfortunately,
We'll go into that.
Yeah. It's it's a very I can't speak right now. Unfortunate situation, but the politics are politicking about it because of one specific detail. I won't get to that at the end, because I don't want to take the seriousness away from it. But there was another mass shooting in our lovely nation. 6 individuals, 3 on the younger side, around like 10-ish, 3 on the older side, around 60-ish, who were their educators. Was it a Christian school, I believe, or church maybe, one or the other, because they were there receiving lessons, and an individual came in with 2 assault rifles and a 9mm, shot down the doors, and proceeded to go amongst the building and murdered those poor people. The good thing about this was the police response, where they immediately went in and apprehended the suspect, or whatever, and took that person down. Again, being very specific with my words, took that person down to end the threat. So,
no. She self-deleted.
What'd you say?
Self.
No, before that.
Offed.
No, before that.
Huh?
You said who did it?
She.
Was it a she?
In the John, which one?
It was a he. The person went by Aiden, I think. Yes. So that's the bullshit around this, because everything has to be politicized. So the person was a transgender convert. So of course Fox News is making this all about.
So excuse me. Never mind. No, I'm not. Nope. Nope. Let me go ahead and save my cancel for that.
The craziest tweet that I saw was somebody from Fox retweeted the picture of that person being deleted and retweeted were as their pronouns. Whoo. Yo, I had to give him some credit. That was a crazy tweet.
Yes, that's wild. That's.
Oh, I wonder if it's still up. There's no way that can still be up, right? There's no way that can still be up, right?
Nah.
There's no way that. Yep, still up. Were.
Nah, that's.
That is crazy. That's a crazy tweet. And who worked at DC? I don't want to give them any credit, but it's an anti-woke, patriot husband lawyer. It's somebody's lawyer. That's crazy.
Well, I'm still cracking up the fact that that their background is Fox News. We all know that Fox News was doing what they needed to get paid. I did believe half stuff they were reporting during the pandemic and with Trump and all stuff like that.
Before woke, after woke. Yeah, this is crazy. But yeah, that's clearly not important because, again, this is a mental health issue, a gun issue, protecting our children, our people issue from guns. How was it in London with no guns? I guess you didn't really feel the presence, right? It wasn't really nothing that popped out.
I mean, you just didn't hear about it. It wasn't a thing. Like, and the thing was like, you walked in somewhere where they patted you down. They did the same pat downs, but I just felt like there was just such a less risk of it because even police officers, like you had certain police officers, certain security guards and things like that, they carried it, but it wasn't like everybody named Mama had a gun. It just wasn't. It's just not. It's what I keep trying to tell people. Like, it's just not necessary. It's not what you think it is. It's not going to protect you more unless someone's actively, has a gun or shooting at you or things like that. Like, it's just not what people make it out to be.
Yeah. I'd be curious because we live around the city that isn't really open carry, but like imagine living somewhere like Texas or like Florida where people just walk around with guns on them.
But that's the part of me too. Like when people talk about where would you move, what would you do? I always tell people, I said, when you're younger, you go for places for vacation spots. You think it's cute, it's fun. Oh look, this spot or that spot. Like this is fun to be. You always have to look at like your surroundings, things like that as you get older, and you gotta provide a safe environment. Or more importantly, even if it's not just your direct family, if you want people to come visit you, they can't risk for their life every time they come see you at your house or whatever. So,
yeah, I just couldn't imagine. So, what do you think the answer is? How would you solve this problem? Army teachers? That's what the Fox wants, right?
I need someone to explain to me why assault rifles can even be bought.
For the Second Amendment, right?
To do what? What do you plan on running into that you need all that?
Other white people.
Well, that's a different problem.
Oh my gosh. What else did they say? Protect your rights. Oh, they said arm the teachers. Train them up. Could you imagine some of these teachers with guns? And then, like, where does it stop? Do you arm, like, just the regular teachers? What about, like, substitutes? Like, you arm them too.
You come to substitute for class, like, oh, we know he ain't got no tools on him yet. But to violate.
And then some of these kids, they bad, man. They gonna piss off some of these teachers, man. And then what?
I'm sure they already have.
Shoot.
I'm sure they already have, man.
I don't know. It's just nerve-wracking. I can imagine.
But the thing is, people they try and solve gun problems with more guns. I'm like, the problem is there's too many guns. You need to get rid of some guns. They're like, no. Well, if they have guns, we need guns. No. Like, no. That is not how that works. That is not what you should want to do and things like that.
Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. And I feel like it's already been like forgotten about since it happened. And then something else happened in like a week or so. And we'll do it all over again. So. Sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. Welcome back to America. Now, the good thing, I've been seeing a lot of things on like Twitter. How far do you think any country could like invade America? How far would they get, yo?
Any country invade America? I mean,
let's walk through it. Let's walk through it. Like, all right, so we're beefing with Russia, right?
Yeah.
How would Russia invade America? Like, where would they even come from right now? They would have to, because they're
Bering Strait.
They do. Are they gonna go over the top? Right? Were they gonna sneak in through Canada? So Canada gonna let them rock? Canada gonna let them just stroll through? They would have to come from China and come through Cali.
Yeah.
So once you land in Cali, then what? The capital on the other side of the fucking country. So what you about to march?
So just driving.
So
carpooling.
All right. So you gonna march and drive through? Now that I know where these fucking states are, through fucking Wyoming and South Dakota. Are you going through there? Or are you going through New Mexico and Arizona? Which state are you getting through first?
Generally, rule of thumb when you go across country, as a woman, usually a lot of times it is smaller to larger venue.
Okay. So and I like that too, because they got to go through. If Russia invades, they have to land in Cali and get. First off, you got to get through Cali. Number one.
Right.
That's what they going through Sacramento because they're not going through LA with all the fucking Crips and Bloods and all the fucking like you got to fight. That's going to take
go through Sacramento.
bro. That's going to take half their force right there trying to get California in line, and then you got to go through all these white behind countries in the middle. Like just think about that. You got to make it through South Dakota, Wyoming, Arizona. I'll even throw Vegas in there before you even get to fucking Texas. What do you want to do when you get to Texas?
You got fighting for your lifestyle.
That's it. You can't invade America. There's no way. And then if you somehow, let's say you go down the coast, the west coast, you go through the Panama Canal. That's the only way through, right?
To where?
Like you're gonna go through North America, South America, right?
Oh yeah, the Panama Canal.
That's your only way through, right? Because you gotta go through water. You can't fly in all these troops and all these people. You gotta bring them through water, right?
Okay.
You make it through Panama, and then you gotta deal with our big ass navy, right there in the fucking Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
How does that work? It's impossible. You can't. That's why it's always gotta be like nuclear war because you can't do shit these days.
It's like you can only have certain, a certain number of boats and missiles and all stuff like that out there. You can only have a certain number of things, but trust me, like they're all fully loaded. They're all ready to go. Whatever it happens to be, essentially, whatever if it's close by, if it's far away, like.
I forgot we got all boats in Hawaii too. So they're gonna come to Cali and they're gonna get fucking hammered from the bottom balls, and then it's a wrap. Yeah, I'm not. It's just gonna be nuclear war, which is fine because we'll just be disintegrated.
But that's why I keep trying to tell people again, like the fact that you can join the military and then be zapped off the planet, literally, not even figuratively, just literally. I mean, it's kind of cool.
All right.
It's kind of terrible at the same time.
All right, we got a fun topic. Versus has been a staple of this podcast, especially in its early days, discussing potential matchups, going through a couple, see our Kanye versus Drake match, where Kanye won, unfortunately. They've been talking about one, and I feel like I know which side you're going to go on, so of course I got to be the opposite, but I'm doing it for good reason, I'll just be difficult. 50 Cent versus Lil Wayne. That's the matchup. That's the matchup. Who do you have winning, and why?
I have Lil Wayne winning.
Of course.
It's a lot closer than you would think. And I feel like because, I mean, unless you strictly say it's only certain kinds of songs, certain kinds of verses, this man did every feature for 6 years. He was on every song for like 4 or 5 years straight.
So you're banking on features to win it for him?
No. I'm just saying, like, if he could do an entire verses and change of just fire features. He had some of the greatest mixtapes of all time, memorable albums, of course, a ton of music, things like that. Yeah.
So you're going. I knew you were gonna do Lil Wayne, and I'm gonna
Lil
tell
Wayne
you.
at 50, but I think it'd be very close.
I don't think it'd be close at all, and I have 50 Cent winning. The reason I don't think it'd be close at all is because Lil Wayne is fucking weird, and he's gonna play some random ass B cuts and shit we never even heard of before that he just really fucks with, and he's not gonna be good at putting together this show. We always talk about it, the order in which you play it, the vibe you give off. That's how a lot of people win these matchups.
Right.
If hypothetically Lil Wayne put some thought behind it and played good songs, I don't think his best shit is anywhere close to 50 Cent's best shit. Like, as far as his songs. Even features, honestly. But his outright songs from his outright albums and our mixtapes.
I mean, but you gotta think, even if it's not even 10 out of 10 every single time for certain verses, I'm gonna say it's the sheer volume you're doing.
Bro. Many Man.
Are you trying to name his random...
I'm naming his songs where there's no answer. There's no fucking answer from Lil Wayne.
Of a song by himself?
I said you need to do
Even
his
on
features.
mixtapes, things
Do
like
his
that?
little...
Do you know how many songs there are?
Bro, he don't even got nothing for... what's the intro to Power? He don't got nothing for Big Rich Down, bro. That shit... Yo, if 50 Cent, that's how he's gonna start the verses, yo. He gonna start with... It's just a Big Rich Down. Yo, he'll fuck around playing the Trey Songz version and still win, yo. That shit's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you.
Even though it is one of the hardest intros.
I got 50 Cent, yo. I got 50 Cent.
Okay. Yeah, I would say Lil Wayne would be close. I think.
Yo, I'm just looking at this shit, yo. Like this is even like his top hits.
Yo, that's funny because
Like,
you really
In the Club, 21 Questions, Best Friend, PIMP, Hate It or Love It. Bro, what? If I can't... Oh, Wanksta. Yo! What up, gangsta? Yo, 50 Cent is killing this nigga.
Oh no, yeah, no, but you got
Now look at Lil
you
Wayne.
have to in
No,
a catalog of Lil
bro,
Wayne.
he gets 20. I give him 20. I give him a 20 piece. Like, the same joint is just weird. Like, and look at this shit. It's all Drake shit. Nobody wants to hear that. Like, what is this? Let the beat build.
You never heard it?
Yeah. And Mr. Carter.
What
I
you
am
said?
him.
What you said? Many. I mean,
Bro.
songs just recently. So you want to say 6', 7 foot?
Right, 6 foot, 7 foot. Over what? What is that beating? That's not beating Candy Shop.
That's beating Disco.
That's not beating Candy
That's
Shop.
beating Disco Inferno.
That's not beating Olivia, nigga.
That's beating Disco Inferno.
Lollipop sounding like my daddy. Oh my, get the fuck out of here. We gotta find a way to do this.
Yeah, that's a very limited list.
I went to the same thing. I went to Lil Wayne Essentials and 50 Cent Essentials. That's what came
Oh,
up.
you went to the essential list?
I went to the Essentials. I think it gotta be his best.
I'll let you and O figure that out.
We gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
Who you think O gonna take?
Lil Wayne.
I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna find a way to do this so we can stream this shit and not get canceled or copyright infringement. I know y'all do it somehow. So
Good luck.
So you said to bring it back to Swarm, right? New shows and stuff. You said you didn't see any of it, right?
No,
You plan on seeing any of it?
not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right. So this is for the listeners. Somebody please explain that shit to me because, and I fuck with Donald Glover. He's been getting kind of weird since in the ATL, but I understand that it was supposed to make fun of Beyonce and her fans. So I just don't understand what happened like after like the first 3 episodes, and it's just weird because that the main character, she's a great actor by the way, so I hope she gets a lot of credit for that. But she was just crazy, and it made no sense. Like, did she kill the girl? Did she not kill the girl? Did she like? I'm confused. I'm confused, and I don't recommend it, especially if you're a Beyonce fan. How did Beyonce even let that happen? That's the crazy thing. I don't understand how Beyonce allowed that to be created and distributed and all that shit. It's a crazy thing, crazy show. Well, Oka should be flying over the Atlantic Ocean right now. Landing somewhere, who knows? Just biding time. Co-host not here.
I mean, but what's the premise of the show Swarm?
Who fucking know? I don't know. It's so weird. It's just like she's in love with this fake Beyonce, and it's the same thing. Like she just wants to see her show, and people that talk about her, she don't like them. Can't say nothing about them. It's crazy.
So what made you watch it?
You know when you watch it. And I don't even like her, but that I love a good intimate scene.
I caught that on Twitter. I ain't had to turn the show on. I can't even tell what channel that bitch is on.
Oh, and did you know she was on a recent interview with Big Boy too, talking about Gunna, and she hasn't been around him since he snitched.
I mean, but that's not unknown. I mean, we have a situation like that. It's kind of crazy. I mean, you gotta understand. She's trying to get her album out, trying to get the music out. Everything you do and everywhere you go affects your career. So I mean, you can't take a chance on that. And if I was your PR person, anything with YSL, I wouldn't be. If Young Thug walked out right now, I wouldn't be in the same room with him.
Big Boy, he said something like, "Oh, have you supposed to say? I've been in contact." It was like, "Well, have you seen a person?" No, I've not seen him in person. I was like,
No, it also he doesn't go out like that.
I wonder why 6'9".
Well, no, but that's really not like that's not the same situation. But what I'm saying is,
if he gets caught,
but you have to think though. Like you have to think like if you are an up and coming person, you try to promote your positive stuff, separated away from other things. You're not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, free YSL. Like no, I mean that's bad for PR for anybody.
But she could have said she's seen him, like gave him a hug. How you doing? Are you all right?
You don't even want to light that up because that's gonna be more questions. You can be like, I've been in contact and I haven't seen him. Keep it moving. That's good PR. That's honestly the best PR. I mean, for all we know, she could be talking to this man every single day on the phone or on FaceTime, and this man's like, "Look, I just don't want to risk your career."
Oh, he's so good. He's so nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know these things, but like everyone kind of thinks the worst. But I'm like, but you gotta think though. If I'm a budding rapper, R&B person, if I'm getting movies, show deals, I'm avoiding YSL.
Well,
I'm avoiding 6ix9ine. I'm avoiding controversial rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not putting myself in bad spaces or spaces that can be interpreted in a way that's like, oh, well, maybe you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just bad money.
So here's the
like money 101. Get away from bad things and bad people. Like, that's what you have to do.
So here's what I want to focus on, right?
Yeah.
In our last 20 minutes, there were 2 incidents.
Okay.
One with Andrew Wiggins. Did you hear about that?
No, because no one knows where he is.
Supposedly,
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins' best friend got his wife pregnant with the current kids that he's been raising under the belief that they were his kids. That's the very specific rumor.
I heard something to that effect, but again, it's a rumor, so I don't know if that was
That's
true.
a very specific rumor.
But he's been away from the team for a
months.
while. Yeah.
So I would assume for family matter. That's what the team has said, for family matter. And the very specific rumor that it's just like so specific to you can't even make that shit up if you wanted to. His best friend. Number one, how would you react? Perfect example. If you found out Oka was the father of your child.
Everybody gotta die. Jail.
Yeah.
It's easy for y'all. Jail. Going to jail. Peter, did you? I plead guilty, I did it. It's on video somewhere.
My fucking stomach hurts. So he finds out, allegedly, that his, at least one child, and again, very specific, only the one child, they said, and he was waiting for the DNA test for the other child. But that his wife, that he has been with for years, well, been together for years, I don't been married for years, but got pregnant by his best friend, and he's been raising that child
Jail.
as his own.
Jail.
That's the first alleged situation. And the reason I want to bring it up is because if you are Andrew Wiggins, I know that people don't need to know your business. But at what point do you step in and say, that shit ain't true? Or like, hey, here's kind of what's going on, but that's not, like, I don't want some crazy ass
honest,
rumor, bro.
if it's something crazy or if you're just playing along, like, you may not give a shit.
Bro, you don't give a shit. So if that rumor was going around about you right now, you'd be like, I don't give a shit.
I don't have that kind of money.
What the money got to do with it?
I cannot find enjoyment in my life with that kind of money. That kind of money, you could be like, look, y'all could care that I got abducted by aliens. That don't got shit to do with me. I'm doing this, that, and the third. This is why I'm off. Yeah, but no, that is kind of a crazy rumor, especially if it is true. I mean, just the emotional toll, I couldn't even imagine some shit like that.
I need to say something, especially if it's not true. I need y'all to know. It may come from my PR rep. I pay somebody a lot of money to do that. Hey, Andrew has heard rumors. We want to adamantly say that is not true, and he wants to protect his privacy while he goes through his time.
Yeah, sure.
At least that, because like I feel like a lot of these people, and it's been mostly like sports players recently. They feel like they're not, that they don't owe us anything, and us like the general viewers and supporters. And I think they do. I think that when we're the reason. I'm not paying you $80 million, but we're the reason as a whole that you're rich and famous, right?
Majority, yeah.
No,
Sure.
we're the reason. If we didn't watch the sport, you wouldn't be rich and famous.
So yeah, but you gotta sell stuff. You gotta do it. So I'm saying majority, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like you have to do things, to continue your brand, but this would not exist if it was not for us. So I think that at some level, you owe the fans something.
An explanation.
An explanation, a conversation, something. And a lot of the times these athletes say, I don't owe y'all shit. I don't care if I about y'all. I don't care about y'all bets. You owe something back.
Yeah.
To the fans. Especially when it's been months. And people love their teams. They die for their teams.
Yeah.
Not saying they should, but they go crazy. So if you're one of the best players on the team and you go missing for months, it's been 3 months now, almost 4 months,
Yeah.
Months with no explanation, while you're still earning probably $30 million. I just want a one liner.
Even if it was $1 million a month, I mean, it's still way.
I want a one liner like, hey, something. I don't know. I need something. And the parallel to that is, and I almost had a heart attack. I know you was marveling in this. Yeah, see what I said there. Jonathan Majors. Did you hear about that shit when you was overseas?
Of course I did.
He was accused.
Actually, that happened. I think while I was here.
Oh, why you heard?
It was like Sunday.
It was
like Sunday.
Yeah,
It was
Saturday,
Sunday.
Thing. Yeah. He was accused, allegedly.
Oh my God.
Basically, of strangling a white woman. That's all you gotta know. Of strangling a white. Pete, I was very concerned. I was thinking about what the fuck is Marvel going to do. And if you don't know, Marvel has pretty much built the next 10 years out around this man. This one man who's playing multiple characters. So you can't just like kill off the one character. And they've already introduced him as at least 5 versions of himself within this world so far.
Yeah.
Which so far. So there's no going back. There's no getting rid of this. So I was very concerned about, am I going to support this man? You know, out here strangling people. Like I was conflicted. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I was so glad that within 24 hours, the Marvel agents were at work, because not only did his PR person come out and issue a statement saying that this is not true, we have evidence to support this, but within 24 hours they had dash cam video, witness testimonies. The woman took back her account. This was within one day. All of this happened. So I appreciate that, because I was very concerned. I didn't know what to do. Krista, shout out to you. I know you were very conflicted, because I know you don't support people that abuse women, and you love that man for whatever reason. So I know it was a tough 24 hours for you as well. I'm glad they figured that shit out, because I was very concerned, and I don't think they would have got rid of him just because of the shit Ezra Miller went through. Yeah, and if you don't know, Ezra Miller is the person that plays the Flash, and they pretty much were kidnapping underage girls and grooming them in Hawaii. Yeah. So if they can make it through that,
they were bugged out.
You can make it through anything. So I'm glad that this happened, because I don't want my black man to be dragged like that. He was just at the pinnacle. We was about to get something. He's about to buy NBC conversations.
It's like, if you remember when the allegations came out for Mike Jack early in the 90s, remember he was trying to buy NBC and he was trying to buy Marvel.
Jeez.
He was trying to buy Marvel. I don't know if you know this story now, because I know you're a big Marvel guy. Mike Jack was trying to buy Marvel in a sense to kind of do something with it. And they were like, hold on there, Rich Keller. No, we can't do that. I panicked. I'm not gonna hold you. I would say, because what I always hate to hear about it when somebody's doing well. It's always like someone gets to the top. Like a few years ago, Michael B. Jordan was the hottest ticket in town. He wanted everything. They tried to tag the whole Lori Harvey thing on him, and try and kind of bring his name down a little bit with stuff like that. Like, I always panic, and it's bad, but it's true. I panic when African American males are running the game.
Yeah, I would.
Like you can't tell right now, in the beginning of this year so far, is there a hotter actor, a hotter ticket in town? I'm sure it's someone jumping off the line than Jonathan Majors.
Nope.
You can't be.
But see,
no way, shape, or form.
But funny enough, I didn't feel bad for him. You know why?
Why?
You know why? You know why? Why did I not feel bad for Jonathan Majors?
Because you defend white women over black men?
No, because he made his bid, and now he has to sleep in it.
Now, which bid we talking about?
The white bid.
Oh, well, I mean,
when you
love is blind.
Yeah, okay. We've seen way too many examples of black men losing everything because of that. And if you choose, which I'm not saying don't follow love. He said follow love, follow your heart. But just so you know,
I think Stevie Wonder said shit too.
When that white woman says you did something, you did it, bro. And they was ready to get you out of here. If it was black woman, I don't think she would have said it, but even if she did, you would have lost everything. How many times we gotta go through this? Those pictures leaked a couple weeks ago of you with that white girl. Oh, we said, oh shit. It's only a matter of time, and sure enough.
Yeah, no.
So
And I say so I'm happy that the charge is coming down and being dropped and things like that. But yeah, no, I look, I panicked. When I saw that come, I said, "Oh my god." I didn't even think of what you were just talking about though. Like, like let's say for something, God forbid, if something ever really truly came to fruition, you got a character you got to build how many movies off of, and it's just
the
like
whole fucking franchise, bro.
and filming has stopped. It's
The whole franchise.
Yikes.
Our biggest tweet ever, I think we're at like 92,000 impressions or whatever, was me posting a picture of Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder playing black guy. There was really white guy being black guy. That shit went crazy that night because I was like, what are they gonna do? You gotta do some crazy shit like that. Bring Robert Downey back, put some black face on him, he's Kang. Like that. Marvel,
Yes.
hit us up. Genius idea. That tweet's still going crazy. I had to mute that shit. It's annoying. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I was. Oh my god. I didn't know what the fuck he was gonna do.
Well, I mean, I guess a short transition from that, since you're paying dues to the tweet. But what if I allowed you to pay your dues in parts and pieces? So essentially, as we already know, this week Apple is launching its pay later service, and as we already know about Afterpay, Klarna, there's a bunch of different ones. Even PayPal has 4 payments of interest-free payments, things like that. How do you feel about? I don't know if you personally use the payment plans, things like that, when you separate it, it's interest-free and things like that.
No, I
what
do not.
options do you know about it? What do you know about it? Because the thing that's kind of cool is, it's a trend that's really been popping the last few years, especially with Affirm and Klarna. They were some of the first ones. And what you do is, if you've never used these forms of payment before, what you do is you put your information in, you pick some form of payment, and what it does is it auto debits out every 2 weeks. So you can kind of pick a day, a time, this, that, and the third. It splits whatever payment that you're making into 4 equal parts. They don't charge any interest. And
So how do they
pull
make money off of that? They charge like a fee? Like why? What do they get from that?
Well, I mean, for example, I'm sure that maybe 1 or 2 of them may charge a fee, or either that, or what happens is so many people default on the payment that they charge you some obscene amount of rate. I've used it through PayPal. I mean, PayPal already does their own things to make money, so essentially I don't think they care if you pay the 4 parts. But I think the creative thing that I was thinking of was, could you imagine how much credit card debt could have been avoided in history of this country if people could have, instead of having to pay one time, let's say $600 or something, they could do 4 $150 payments.
But you can with credit cards. You pay 12 payments over the year.
Right, but I mean, but things like, for example, 4 interest-free payments on
Yeah, if
things.
it's interest free, then that.
I personally feel like, I mean, for the new generation and new people and things like that in present day, I'm like, you avoid so much credit card issues that our generation people before us had. Because you charge your car, you didn't have the money for it, so you tried to pay the minimum. The minimum got interest paid on it. Now the interest is accruing. Now you paid $500 for a pair of $200 sneakers now, after you finally paid it off after 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, even though I do agree with you, I think it's still going
Yeah.
to have a negative effect because I think people are still going to default. They're still going to use that as a way to buy stuff they can't afford, and then that's going to cause them to fuck up their credit because they're going to miss that 3rd or 4th payment ultimately anyway. So yes, it does have its benefits, but I think that, especially if it's targeted to is Apple? You said it's Apple Pay?
Well, yeah, so Apple Pay has their own version of it. If you, for example, Amex has had things like buy now, bill later, things like that. But Apple's launching its pay later service, and what that's allowing you to do is basically you can apply for an Apple Pay later loan of between $50 and $1,000 and use them for in-app and online purchases made through merchants that accept Apple Pay.
Oh, well, they're using it internally. Like, you can buy Apple shit with it, so they're not losing the money.
Well, you can use Apple Pay with it, or I mean, but anywhere that accepts the Apple Card.
Okay.
Essentially, an online purchase is made through. So if you buy a shirt and some jeans somewhere, essentially you can do it that way and have it split into 4 parts.
Okay. I mean, look, when used responsibly, I'm sure it's a great option for
I mean,
people.
I just feel like the people that use it now and the things like that are great. I feel like you have the ability to.
Where's my Apple Pay at? How do you find it?
when they roll it out, there will be
Uh.
some people that can be the precedent of it and essentially allow you to use it.
I hate that shit. I'm never using that shit. If I can pay for it,
the
I'll
early
pay for
version,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, clearly you're gonna talk to people that may not be able to afford certain things.
And don't
Because
buy it
if you can spend the 4 equal payments.
if you can't afford to pay for it. What Jay-Z say? Buy it twice. You can't afford it. So if you can't afford to pay for it up front, why are you doing it?
I mean, so let's say for example you have a flight.
You have a flight. pay for your flight.
So you can't go anywhere. You can't go twice.
Bro, if you can't, yeah, you shouldn't. If you gotta use your whole life savings on a trip, you shouldn't be going.
But it's a life trip. Look. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't tell people what to do. What I'm gonna tell them to do is this: say, look, if you can go on 4 payments, would you go to things or do additional?
No, because
things?
you're gonna fuck around and not pay those payments. Or you're gonna keep spending, thinking you have money in your pocket.
But think about it, if it's 4 equal payments, though, right? How many times did you get paid during that time period?
Bro, if I give you
maybe each check you say, hey, look, I budget out
they're not gonna do
a
that.
fourth.
Now imagine you're more responsible. Imagine a 20-year-old. They got $1,000.
Yeah.
Spring break. They Klarna their ticket to Miami. Let's say $200. They're flying Spirit.
Okay.
That's $1,000 they have. $200 on the ticket. They probably staying in a hotel room with 8 other people, so that's gonna be cheap. But the bars and the liquor and all the activities, they gonna spend $800.
Okay.
Now, no matter of fact, they gonna spend $1,000. They gonna spend $1,000. They gonna spend the whole
Now
$1,000.
we bet there.
They gonna spend the whole $1,000.
Okay.
Now they have $0, and they got 3 payments, 4 payments for Apple
They're
Pay.
gonna get paid again.
How? All right, so now the next paycheck gotta go all to that second payment. That I think that's just in general. I don't think it's a good financial tool. It's good if you have no other options.
So Klarna Afterpay, you don't think they're very good?
Why? Why would you? Why would you rather pay something in the future when you just pay it and not owe it now?
I mean, because you may not have the
Money right
full
now,
ends. Yeah.
and you have to. Oh, I'll get paid in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I'll pay for it. If you have great planning and you can be that responsible, but if you were that responsible, you would have money on you now, unless it's an emergency. I can see it being like a good thing for emergencies. Like, oh, you have to jump on a plane and you don't have any money.
Some people, kind of.
But a vacation ain't an emergency, so I don't
That's
like
your mental health,
purpose.
You're
Okay.
still on mental health, right?
Go for a walk. Go to the gym.
He said go for a walk.
Go to LA Fitness. $30. Can you Klarna a LA Fitness membership? That's my recommendation.
It's already monthly.
Speaking of recommendations.
Are you already ready for recommendations? You out already? You done?
Sure.
Oh man, it's been tapped out already.
Tapped out.
Tap out. Well, no, I would say, well, you were talking about that, but what if you could do your, I mean, there was also another article, too, talking about the way that we tip in this country. That there's something called tip fatigue, where basically that if you go to pay for something that you used to pay for, you usually think restaurants, when they bring the bill, a lot of places building gratuity already, a lot of people building this, building that, but a lot of places with the electronic kiosks, when they turn around to you, there's a screen to add $1, screen to add 15%, screen to add that. So basically they're saying that because people are asking for tips, it's devaluing tips to the places that don't make minimum wage. You actually need it, like, the actual bartenders, the actual waiters and waitresses, because, certain venues are trying to make an extra couple dollars on it. How well do you tip? Do you usually tip pretty well? Do you tip a flat rate? How do you tip?
So, in the appropriate setting,
Okay.
I tip well, like 20%, 15%, depending if it's trash.
What's an appropriate setting?
Like, you go out to like a fancy restaurant,
Okay.
or even a regular restaurant, right? The restaurant doesn't matter. I'm not doing that at a Starbucks when you flip that little kiosk around. Number one, I don't even think, because
You don't give them $1 for making sure the coffee's hot?
no, because they're getting a regular wage. I thought the whole issue was that waitresses and people like that, they don't make minimum wage.
They don't. A lot of them in different places do not.
So that's my
they're
understanding.
based off tips. Correct?
So if you're working at Starbucks making, let's say, minimum wage, which isn't enough, but it's a job that you signed up for, what am I tipping you for? That's your job. That's what you signed up for.
Because they did it really well.
So then why don't we tip everybody that does their job really well?
But that's essentially part of what the study was saying, that the gentleman who led the study has been studying tipping for over 10 years. And he basically said every time during the pandemic, to kind of get some of that those lost revenues back. Maybe you remember COVID pay. You remember when you went to a restaurant, there would be like a COVID fee or something like that. That's crazy.
Because I wasn't going. I was in
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. Well, no, what? But they had that on delivery services too. It was like a COVID fee, or I'm sure you probably didn't look at it too hard because again, you just gonna pay whatever cost happens to be.
Yeah.
But there were like COVID fees and COVID this and whatever happens to be. But yeah, you had a lot of times where you know, they were trying to get their revenue back. So if they can get a couple dollars here, a couple dollars there to see if they can try and get some support is one thing. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't think it's.
I say, why don't you tip when you go buy your new iPhone? They do a
Because
good
that's
job.
insanity. I would never.
Why don't
like,
you tip at Chick-fil-A? They do a great job.
No, I mean, I think part of it too. I think is it's kind of like what is happening. Like for example, you always tip your barber, right?
No, that's your job, and you get paid very well. Why do you tip a barber? Especially now.
It's etiquette.
You're what the fuck etiquette? They're making $50 an hour. Why am I tipping you?
Who's he?
You pay your barber $50 for a cut, don't you? And
Most of it, yeah.
it don't last an hour. So he's making more than $50 an hour.
Correct.
So you paying $50 an hour and you tipping? Oh, you wow, y'all.
Well, no, I'm saying the 50 that's including the tip, whatever.
Oh, it's including the tip?
Yeah, I mean, because I mean, also currently right now, I'm not getting full haircuts either. So.
I haven't got a haircut in months.
But when you go, you
I'm
ain't
not
tipping
going.
shit.
I'm not tipping. No, I'm not tipping. Especially, I might have tipped when they were charging $30, maybe $35. I would tip.
Yeah, 20, 25, maybe 30. Yeah.
These prices, I'm not tipping you. First of all, I'm not going in the first place. But if I ever had to go get a haircut, like I probably had to get an extra haircut twice a year. Wife's birthday, anniversary, probably, just because she wanted to get a haircut. I'm paying so much that why would I'm not tipping you on top of that? And you can be mad because you're not gonna see me for 6 months anyway. So like it's not like I gotta maintain a relationship with you. So that's wild to me.
Well, I mean, the other part they were saying that because they were devaluing with the actual people who needed the money, essentially weren't being able to make ends meet all the time. While we have been so used to, oh well, everything has 18% on it, or it has this or has that, which is kind of terrible because I kind of feel like you do. Like, what am I? I'm tipping for nothing. I don't even know what I'm even giving you money for at this point.
You're just giving money.
Right.
And I feel like I have to do it at restaurants. Like I don't like, especially all the time, because sometimes they don't do a good job. But like I don't want to feel like I have to tip. Because I don't understand why I have to tip. I hate that part of American culture. Well, that one of many, because they don't do that. How was that in London with not having to tip?
It was 18% on every check.
That was
There was no additional tip.
They was
when you walked in, it was like, cool. Oh, by the way, here's this extra 12.5%. Go ahead and pay that. So you just paid in bounce in most places. And I'm talking about not like a I'm in a group of 6 or 7. I mean, it was 2 people.
That's why I can't wait to go to Italy, because my understanding was they don't even like that. Tipping is an American thing.
There are some cultures that do not want you to tip. They're like, no, we're good.
I'm going
but
there.
Also, I'm sure they're paid a normal human rate to live their life.
So why do we have to make up for that shit?
Because there's always some reason why someone's getting an extra $1. Keep an extra $1 in their pocket.
Right,
so
I'm gonna start taxing people then. I want tips. Where's my tip for the podcast?
Yeah, well, for the podcast, you can support the page for $3 a month. So I mean, that counts as
that's our tip. Please tip us, please.
So,
Tipping culture is great.
So go to Buzzsprout, support us $3 a month. There
Tip the podcast.
Word.
Sheesh. Now we got recommendations.
He's done.
That's not a horrible timing.
Nah, it's not bad. That's not bad.
You remove a third of the conversation, then that's not bad.
You said what?
I said you remove a third of the conversation. Oka would contribute at least 10 extra minutes of talking.
That's kind of crazy. All right, what you got, bro?
Oh shit! Do I even have any?
I mean, you got a couple weeks too. I'm saying you hurried to the recommendations.
I mean, I've watched everything. I mean, what can I tell you? Snowfall is the final season's been fucking great.
Okay.
The new season of Power's been good so far. That's good. Check that out. Music wise,
wait. So we won't skip over that part per se because I mean I watched Power too. What do you think about which book is your favorite? Book 1. Did you like Ken? Have you liked this current one, or did you like?
I like
book 1.
What is this one?
Ghost.
Power. I like Power.
Okay.
Which one's Ghost? Is that one?
That's book 1.
Yeah, the one with Tariq now.
No. Tariq is book 2.
Oh, they rechanged it now.
Yeah. Book 2 is Tariq. But remember, book 4 was Tommy.
All right, so I like the one. Obviously I like the original Power.
OG. Okay.
Because that was fleshed out and whatever.
Sure.
I really do like the one with Tariq.
Okay.
Then I like Tommy's, and then I like Cane's.
I feel like I still have not gone back and watched Tommy's.
Yeah,
I don't know. It was just like that first couple episodes. The fact that this man walked into a town and immediately met the mob boss, I was like, this is
Yeah.
for me. I can't.
yeah, that's the order I like it. Yeah, and I would recommend it.
Okay.
But Snowfall's the best by far.
The best show you're watching right now, or are you talking about
The best black drug show.
Okay.
By far.
Okay.
And I think it's going to go down as the all-time best, depending on how they end this season.
Okay.
It has potential to go down as the all-time best, up there with like The Wire.
Okay.
So I'm hoping they finish strong. I haven't really listened to new music, but because I've been working out every damn day, I've been listening to music again.
Okay.
So I'm really excited
Come
about
through.
my end of the year report, where I actually might have equal numbers to these motherfuckers. They listen to thousands of hours of
Thousands
music.
of hours of music.
So I'm excited about that. And
Thousands
eventually I'll get to
thousands of hours.
some new stuff. But yeah, what else? Recommend work out. Fuck that article. It's good for you. We're gonna have a nutrition
No,
and workout
they didn't
episode.
say it wasn't good for you. They said it
Little
was that
effect.
it may not have as much.
Nah, it has great effect, man. Workout. That's my recommendation. I'm full. I'm fully in it now. I'm pre-workout every day, working out, taking smoothies and everything. So we going to do a little nutrition workout episode, health and wellness, health and fitness episode.
Okay.
Because we're all in it now. So
Knee deep. Summer's coming.
I'm addicted. Summer body gonna be crazy. I'm still not gonna be no damn bodybuilder like fucking Letty, but I'm being shit because that's just wilding.
I mean, that's a diet change. That's a lifestyle change. That's all that stuff like that. So, we got quite a bit. I would say. Well, I'll start where I'll start where I'm comfortable. So essentially with the music part. So this coming ending the month with a bang. DJ Drama's dropping his I'm Like That album that's finally coming out. Basically a compilation of people that's on his current record label and all that good stuff. So, but also there may be appearances from other rap. I mean, clearly the Jeezys of the world and other people that he's done work with. So it should be a pretty decent project. It's gonna have like a mixtape feel supposedly, but we'll see. He's doing a mixtape with Pusha T, so I wouldn't be surprised if Pusha T shows up on there. Tyler, the Creator, he did an album with. Things like that. So I think it'll be a pretty good collab album. For those of you playing along at home, something similar to probably like a DJ Khaled. You're gonna talk. You're gonna have some songs with different people. You're gonna have some collabs. Jack Harlow may show up. But speaking of Tyler, the Creator, though, Call Me If You Get Lost. The deluxe version drops on Friday. He dropped a single yesterday called Dog Tooth, I believe it was called.
This is some more weird shit.
No, it's actually a really good song. I actually really do like it. The video drop, things like that. You didn't like Call Me If You Get Lost? That wasn't weird Tyler Creator. I understand what you're talking about. Like, years ago, yeah, there was some weird shit. But Call Me If You Get Lost, the deluxe version, essentially, is dropping with a couple new songs. He dropped a single, I'm pretty sure it's called Dog Tooth. But, it sounds crazy, but the video's lit. Like, the lyrics cool and things like that. So I'm excited for that. Music-wise, dropping on Friday. There's already some new stuff kind of floating around already. With that being said, you have your please hold. Boop 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 boop. Where'd it go? I don't know. I lost it. Anyway, but there is new music on the way. So yes, there's a lot of new music. We'll talk about it. I'm trying to think what came. Above the Sheets, on the top of the covers, whatever it was, with T-Pain, that I was talking about, on top of the covers, that's what it was called. He basically covered a bunch of songs and music. A couple weeks ago that came out on St. Patty's Day. That was pretty decent. He basically did a lot of like pop culture songs from the country currently. The first song he redid Change Is Gonna Come, which was actually kind of fire. He basically did some different vocals and things like that over that. Which was smooth and clean. Haven't watched a ton of TV. I was kind of coming out of March Madness. I don't know. Is your bracket still standing?
This is my first year in my entire life.
That's what I said. This is the first year I've not done a bracket. Since like 4th grade.
No bracket.
Like I've done brackets and it's just crazy. But it's been a good tournament. The World Baseball Classic is over now as we're getting into my favorite time of the year, baseball. By the time you hear this, the first pitch of the season will be on its way, probably in an hour or two. So NBA playoffs coming down the line. So a lot of good TV seasons starting, things like that. We still have free agency with football. So the draft I think is what, in about 30 days.
Yeah, April. I will say I'm very excited about this women's college basketball matchup on Friday.
Well, that they've been outrunning like NBA games on ESPN. Like they've had more views and things like that, which I think is great. Yo, shout out not only WNBA since he's getting some more.
Nah, still not done.
Was it more views?
No.
It was just the women's NCAA.
They're going crazy, and then you got this big matchup with South Carolina and that girl Clark. That's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna watch that one.
Yeah. But Black released a new album. Mike Towers. He's a Mike Towers dropped the album. I say it's more gonna be reggaeton. Surf or Drown, Hit Boy, he dropped an album. So there's a lot of exciting music, a lot of exciting things like that. If you have not gone to the movies, did you see Creed 3 yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I heard it was great though. I heard it was cool.
I wonder how long it's gonna take to come out on streaming services.
Yeah, I mean, on a scale of 1 to Cocaine Bear, how good was it? I have no idea, but I'm just saying. So
I do want to support it. Just like I get limited movie trips now, so I have to pick and choose.
I go on Tuesdays. It's like $9-10 with like my AMC subs account, whatever happens to be. So you can kind of see whatever you want. It's cool. Yeah, but the next couple weeks I'll be watching a shit ton of baseball, watching the end of the tournament, and then going from there. But yeah, I think that's really our suggestions, man. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be here. Guys, you see us on the Twitch here live. If you have not hopped on the Twitch live with us, you got to pop on with us. You can see us in the flesh. Clearly had the baseball jersey on the day, but on the Shape Up, we were talking about that. Shape Up 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Wednesday night, unless we're in international time and water. So we're here to support you guys, man. We're nothing without you guys. So of course, as we always say every single week, share our shit. SOS, support is free B. It doesn't hurt you to like, it doesn't hurt you to repost, it doesn't hurt you to compliment, respond to whatever's been in the story. You can support us now. So since if you want to go on a Buzzsprout, Spots go $3 a month, boom, that gets the support. And of course, if we have extra content, things like that, you guys will see it first once we roll it out. Other links to that are going on the way, man. So all the people that are day one people, we appreciate you guys. If this is day number 1 for you, welcome to the party. Show always comes out. It'll be available at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. So if you're hearing this right now, that means you popped up after 11 a.m. on a Thursday Eastern Standard Time. And I mean, hey, look, we're back. We're live. We lit. Well, and more importantly, though,
we gone.
That way. Appreciate y'all, man. I'll holla at y'all next week.